This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj, read by Sound Tithavam. The President orders the Bribery Commission to probe Sri Lankan links in the Pandora Papers. The water purification system in the north was inaugurated under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa today. The Petroleum Resources Bill has been passed in Parliament with amendments today. Sri Lanka reports 582 new cases of COVID-19. The COVID death toll moves up with 43 new victims. Experts say vaccination for children not a condition for reopening schools. A suspect has been taken into custody by the CID in connection with the garlic scam at the Satosa outlet. In news overseas, China-Taiwan military tensions worst in 40 years. And in sports, England have held positive talks with Cricket Australia (CA) as they seek to move a step closer to confirming the Ashes can go ahead as planned. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has ordered the Bribery Commission to investigate the Sri Lankan links to the Pandora Papers, one of the biggest leaks of financial documents that shed light on the secret wealth and dealings of world leaders, politicians and billionaires. The Director General of the Bribery Commission has been instructed to submit a report on the matter within a month. Some 35 current and former leaders and more than 300 public officials were featured in the files from offshore companies dubbed the Pandora Papers, released on Sunday, October 3rd. The investigation, led by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, involved 600 journalists from 150 media outlets in 117 countries. Former Sri Lankan Minister Nirupama Rajapaksa's name was also mentioned in the Pandora Papers. The documents revealed that Nirupama Rajapaksa and her husband Nadesan are the actual economic beneficiaries of an offshore company managed by a Singapore trust firm used to purchase luxury residencies in London and Sydney, Australia. The water purification system in the north was inaugurated under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa today. This project will ease the water problem in the north. The Premier said this will solve the long-standing drinking water problem of the northern people. The project is supposed to convert the seawater into pure drinking water. Minister Douglas Devananda, Vasudeva Nanayakara and many other officials have participated in this event. The Petroleum Resources Bill has been passed in Parliament with amendments today, October 6th. The second reading of the bill was taken up for debate from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. during today's parliamentary sitting. This bill provides for the establishment of the Petroleum Development Authority of Sri Lanka and the formulation of a national policy for the upstream petroleum industry, covering the exploration, development, production and management of all petroleum resources in Sri Lanka. The bill provides a legal framework to regulate all processes of the exploration, development, production and management of all petroleum resources in Sri Lanka, including the provision of operational guidelines. In addition, it will establish an independent, efficient and transparent regulatory framework in relation to the exploration, development, production and management of petroleum resources in the country. Another objective of the bill is to design, implement, monitor and revise fiscal regimes that meet evolving economic needs of the country while providing fiscal stability to contractors. Further, it is expected to repeal the Petroleum Resources Act No. 26 of 2003. The Petroleum Development Authority, among other things, will be tasked with preparing a map dividing the onshore and offshore areas into graticular sections to demarcate and designate exploration blocks and development blocks and to define and demarcate areas to be designated for joint studies. The administration, management and control of the affairs of the authority shall be vested in a board of directors. The Ministry of Health reported that another 582 persons have tested positive for the novel coronavirus today. This brings the total number of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country thus far to 522,584. 31,116 infected patients are currently under home-based care and medical care at hospitals and treatment centres across the island. Meanwhile, total coronavirus recoveries has also risen to 478,326. The total number of people who fell victim to COVID-19 infection in Sri Lanka moved up as 43 more fatalities were confirmed by the Director General of Health Services on Tuesday, October 5th. The new development has pushed the official death toll from the virus outbreak in the country to 13,185. According to data released by the Department of Government Information, the latest victims include 23 males and 20 females. As many as 36 deaths were reported among elderly people aged above 60 years. In addition, 7 people aged between 30 to 59 years have also succumbed to the virus infection. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance. Like a father, like a mother.
Clarifying uncertainties in the society, paediatrician Dr. Saman Rajendratit said the vaccination of children does not become a prerequisite for reopening schools. Addressing a news briefing at the Health Promotion Bureau, Dr. Rajendratit, who is also the president of the Sri Lanka College of Paediatricians and a member of the Advisory Committee on Communicable Diseases ACCD, said, as per the scientific research and data available right now, reopening schools does not require vaccinating all school children. A majority of foreign countries are following this method, and we are also hoping to follow the same way, he said. When asked whether school children are exposed to the danger of contracting the virus if schools are reopened, Dr. Rajendrajit said the respective parties which are contacting children have to be fully vaccinated before reopening the schools. A suspect has been taken into custody by the CID in connection with the garlic scam at Satosa outlets. Police media spokesman SSP Nihal Taldua said that the suspect will be produced to the Valisara Magistrate Court tomorrow. That concludes local news.
Just as love and freedom are important to a child, so too is knowledge. Encouraging their pursuit of knowledge is our most important responsibility as parents.
Sri Lanka Insurance Minimutu education plans ensure a secure future for your child with a higher education fund, comprehensive protection and a range of additional covers. Minimutu education plans for children who dare to dream. Sri Lanka Insurance. Like a father, like a mother.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vedha Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedha Mahatmya.
The water purification system in the north was inaugurated under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa today. This project will ease the water problem of the north. The Premier said this will solve the long-standing drinking water problem of the northern people. The project is supposed to convert the seawater into pure drinking water. Minister Douglas Devananda, Vasudeva Nanayakara and many other officials have participated in this event and came to you in the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedha Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight.
A new study carried out by the scientists at the Sri Jayewardenepura University reveals that 9 long COVID symptoms occurring 90 to 180 days after COVID-19 has been diagnosed. Dr. Chandima Jeevandara, Director of the Allergy, Immunology and Cell Biology Unit of the Sri Jayewardenepura University, said The term long COVID is commonly used to describe signs and symptoms that continue or develop after acute COVID-19, and that came to you in Watchlight.
World News.
Making headlines tonight, China-Taiwan military tensions worst in 40 years. Evacuated Afghan girl's pet bird finds sanctuary with French envoy. And Joyce Echequan, racism played role in death, Corona finds. Tensions with China are at their worst in 40 years, Taiwan's defense minister has said, warning of the risk of an accidental strike between the two. Chiu Kuo-cheng's comments came after China sent a record number of military jets into Taiwan's air defense zone for 4 consecutive days. Taiwan considers itself a sovereign state. China, however, views Taiwan as a breakaway province. It has not ruled out the possible use of force to achieve unification. A pet bird belonging to an Afghan girl was evacuated from Kabul after the Taliban's takeover has found a new home with France's ambassador in Abu Dhabi. Xavier Chattel took in the little myna named Juji after the girl was stopped from bringing it on a flight from the United Arab Emirates to France. The bird now lives at the ambassador's residence and after days of coaching has even learned to tweet bonjour. Mr. Chattel has promised to try to reunite the girl with Juji one day. The death of an indigenous woman, Joyce Echequan, last year was preventable and an undeniable case of racism, a Canadian coroner has said. Mrs. Echequan, a mother of 7, died shortly after recording a video of hospital staff insulting her. In her report, coroner Gehan Kemel found that the woman had died of excess fluid in her lungs. Staff at the hospital in Joliet, Quebec, had incorrectly assumed she was suffering from a narcotics withdrawal. Back to the headlines of the world news. China-Taiwan military tensions worst in 40 years. Evacuated Afghan girl's pet bird finds sanctuary with French envoy. Joyce Echequan, racism played role in death, coroner finds. That concludes this bulletin of world news.
And now in development news.
MV Ever Ace, the first of Evergreen Line's 24,000 TEU class container ship and the largest container vessel in the world, made the inaugural call at the Port of Colombo's POC, Colombo International Container Terminal, CICT, yesterday. The A-type vessel is 400 meters in length and 61.5 meters wide, has a design draft of 14.5 meters and can cruise at speeds of up to 23 knots. With a nominal carrying capacity of 23,992 TEU, MV Ever Ace is one of the largest container ships in the world. That came to you in development news.
Sports news.
England have held positive talks with Cricket Australia CA as they seek to move a step closer to confirming the Ashes can go ahead as planned. Discussions between CA, the England and Wales Cricket Board, ECB, the Professional Cricketers Association and players took place on Tuesday. They are believed to have been better than a previous meeting on Sunday. The ECB will meet on Friday to decide whether or not the series, due to begin on 8th December, will take place. That's sports news. We look at business news next.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
People Merchant Finance PLC PMF announced its second rights issue within a span of less than a year to meet the core capital requirements of 2.5 billion rupees due in December 2021, as stipulated by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, CBSL. That's business news, economic news up next.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
In economic news, Sri Lanka is yet to fully utilize the GSP Plus concessions in a meaningful manner, said the Deputy Head of Delegation, Thorsten Bergfried. He said the EU estimates that only 60% of Sri Lankan apparel exports goes to the common market, utilizing the GSP Plus scheme, while fish exports are only 20%. These areas need to improve urgently as they are potential areas of growth. Commenting on another area, he said that the current initiatives by the government towards the renewable energy sector is very encouraging. The generalized scheme of preferences plus is to be extended beyond its 2024 deadline for another 10-year period till 2034, and Sri Lanka is also in the beneficiary countries list to receive this facility. Sri Lanka should have positive sentiments towards this application. That came to you in economic news.
Weather report.
The Met Department says the showery conditions over the southwestern parts of the island is likely to enhance during the next few days. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the western, Sabragamur and central provinces and in the Galle and Matara districts. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places in these areas. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the northern, eastern and Uva provinces in the evening or night. This weather report was published this evening at 7:30 p.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. Meanwhile, the international weather forecast website, AccuWeather.com, reports that the day's weather was observed to be bright with occasional showers. Today's daytime temperature would be around 28 degrees Celsius. There will be light showers in many places in the Colombo district in the night. Tonight's temperature will be around 26 degrees Celsius, and there will be scattered showers in selected spots late in the night. The ground temperature would be 26 degrees Celsius at the time of this news broadcast. The air quality index AQI is 16, which shows fair conditions in Colombo. The air quality is generally acceptable for most individuals. To conclude this bulletin of news, a recap of the headlines. The President orders the Bribery Commission to probe Sri Lankan links in the Pandora Papers. The water purification scheme system in the north was inaugurated under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa today. The Petroleum Resources Bill has been passed in Parliament with amendments today. Sri Lanka reports 582 new cases of COVID-19. The COVID death toll moves up with 43 new victims. Experts say vaccination for children not a condition for reopening schools. A suspect has been taken into custody by the CID in connection with the garlic scam at the Sathosa outlet. China-Taiwan military tensions worst in 40 years. And England have held positive talks with Cricket Australia CA as they seek to move a step closer to confirming the Ashes can go ahead as planned. That concludes tonight's news broadcast.